Light the beam! Light the beam! Light the beam! Light the beam!
Light the beam on a rare, used to be not so rare, Monday night edition of the Sports Cave with Biggest Puma. Once again, I am your host here, broadcasting live, currently live on YouTube, future live to tape if you're listening to the audio form, here on the north side of San Antonio. We are officially we're into a month where the Spurs aren't going to go undefeated.
Oh, no.
We are doing our first show of March. We are doing a Monday night edition, Monday and Wednesday nights this week and next week, at least for now. Maybe even more going forward, because we got to move the schedule around for the Spurs. They're playing Tuesdays, Thursdays, and of course, with the most important member of this operation being a part-time employee of the Spurs,
With big boy jobs.
That's right. We take a back seat when necessary. So we're going to still make sure we get 2 shows out a week. No more long breaks. No more vacations to movie sets. We will be here Monday and Wednesday night, which is why we are here tonight, 52 days away from the NFL draft. Also, might be getting close to announcing some show news regarding the first round of the NFL draft. LG got propositioned last Friday night, which we're gonna
What was his name?
get into. Well, it was actually the guy responsible for this Charlie Conway Mighty Ducks jersey I'm wearing. So. Yeah, we'll talk about that when we do the weekend recap. But
I'm in the dark here, so
you are absolutely in the dark because you are the only member of the program that was not in attendance Friday night, which we'll talk about here in a minute in the weekend recap. We got a lot to get to, despite it only being a Monday. Of course, we're gonna revisit some of the festivities from birthday weekend. We're going to do a new segment that I wasn't necessarily prepared for, but I realized...
New material, huh?
No one told me.
It's one of those deals where we're not going to swim in these waters often, but I feel when massive stuff happens in the world,
Yeah.
we got to talk about it.
We got to talk
So we're going to do a World Politics for Dummies segment as well and turn Spurs notes into the main segi, because I started making the Spurs notes and then realized I had about an hour and a half worth of material that we're no chance we're getting to, because we're doing a tight hour.
We're doing a tight hour.
A tight hour once again.
It's going to be real tight.
As tight
I got
as...
a bad feeling about this.
Yeah, you're not wrong, LG. So yeah, and then of course we'll close out with lightning round, which we're going to end with. We've done it a few times. But I want to start mixing in more of the sports on this day recaps. And,
Okay. I like it.
There's a lot of significant sports-related historical events that happened on this day in history, this March 2nd. And also one notable death that I will just tell you this. The thing that makes it most appropriate to be an ender, this individual died on this day, but their Wikipedia page lives on. And buddy, their controversies tab runs deep. And we're talking crosses all different levels of controversy. So we'll get into that to close out the show as well. But of course, the man sitting across from me once again is the Cap himself.
I'm hanging in there, man.
Back
Hanging in
still, yeah. We'll get to your weekend recap and
there ain't much there.
what you missed out. Well, what you missed out on Friday night. But before we go any further, I did see Greg already threw a super chat out there.
Hey.
Happy belated birthday, Big Puma. Welcome to the 40 Club. You're finally a man.
Appreciate it, Greg.
I am
I'm a
finally.
man. I'm 40.
That's right. I am finally
Sweet Gundy lives on.
a Gundy approved, a man of 40 years old.
Who knew that Iceman had a vodka?
It's been out for a minute now, because I remember when they
didn't know
rolled
that.
it out. I think they rolled it out back at the beginning of the basketball, back at the beginning of the season,
Yeah.
because it tying in with the It's a good PR launch campaign. Is that from Greg?
Yeah, I believe so, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Compliments, Greg. Well, Greg, thank you
the
for
best, Greg, man.
Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the Iceman vodka. LG, tell the good people how they can help support the program like Greg has.
Oh, sure. My light died. Yeah, you can support the program by buying me a new light. Hit that Amazon wish list. There's lights on there now, so I don't have to live in the dark over here. I mean, I'm really in the sports cave, but you can also support the
He's in
show
the sports closet.
by hitting the like button and hitting the membership button. You can become a member of this thing, just like Greg is, just like Wes Harkins is. You can also subscribe to this thing, just like this animation tells you on the screen. And what else can you do? Oh, follow us on our socials. We're on IG and we're on the Tickety Talkety, yes?
Tickety Talkety, you're going to get more content. I'm meeting with a new person to do social media and put out a real proper clip that looks professional.
In other words, you found a new chick to hit on, and
No,
we're
I'm not
working.
hitting on her. I don't even know her. I haven't met her yet. She looks cute, but hey,
Yeah,
I'm
but a
just
minor
saying.
detail. Yeah.
No, my friend, he's actually doing construction at the new Stout House
Oh, very nice.
down at the Pearl, and he
Wait, they're building a stout house at Pearl?
yeah,
That thing is going to kill.
yeah, and they have a pizza shop attached to it. And it's going to be like a service to go as well. It has like a to go window. And
Oh, so I can just walk up and get a slice?
exactly. So
Okay,
they're kind of like more Austin style type thing. So yeah, he's doing all the construction on it. And he put out this reel, and I thought it was his girlfriend that is one of my good friends. And I'm like, man, you killed it, dude. You need to teach me how to do it. And she's like, I didn't do that. She's like, this other girl did it. But she's looking to branch out, and I'm looking for those branches.
Constantly.
I'm a branch.
Yeah, you are Tarzan swinging from branch to branch. Well, tell the good people where they can currently find the channels. At
The
least.
first sportscave.live on Facebook, Insta, X,
Hey, Twitter world.
TikTok.
That's right, OJ. It's
Yes.
still Twitter to me, damn it.
Yes.
Yeah, as Greg did, if you throw a super chat out there, if it's on topic, like if you got some Spurs thoughts when we get to our Spurs notes and main seggy, throw it out there. We'll get to it in segment. If not, we'll do them right before the lightning round. And once again, yes, Greg, thank you for the belated birthday gift.
I wonder how hot this vodka is going to be. It's like, it's going to burn.
It's going to have a nice...
Or is it going to be smooth like ice?
I was about to say, you would hope for...
Maybe you have to drink it with ice.
Got to be better than Tito's.
It's got to be.
Gotta be.
Gotta be.
Tito's is trash.
And if-
Unless they sponsored the show, then it's
Yeah,
delicious.
man.
Yeah, see, you're just killing me right now, man. I'm like, I'm going to go out here and start selling this product right now.
It's
you know?
trash.
Tito's? Check.
Yeah, I haven't had vodka in years, but if you want to do business...
Yeah.
I love a good
yeah.
dirty martini. No, we'll kick it off with Greg's belated birthday wish. Of course, we talked about it last Thursday when we were in the room. Well, okay, first of all, before we get into the weekend recap, let's just revisit some of the activity from Thursday because I got on YouTube over the weekend, checked to see if there were any comments to engage with, see what the numbers were looking like, just generic checking in, see how the page was looking. I love the new logo that you commissioned, that you got another branch that you swing on to build.
Trying to correlate everything together.
The logo looks great on YouTube. If you haven't seen it yet, at Sports Cave Live over on YouTube, check it out. But I noticed something was missing.
So I noticed that too because I was trying to make another reel for the Instagram and TikTok and all that.
I noticed-
and I'm like, where's the show?
I noticed the most recent video we had posted was from before LG's Hollywood excursion.
Yeah.
Before he was working on the movie, and that would have been back on February 12th.
It was still the same month.
It was quite a
It
while
was the
ago.
same month, man.
And I couldn't figure out, I'm flipping through. Well, maybe LG's sorting them all now on podcast. No. Maybe it was just a live. No. Not there. No signs we ever did a show whatsoever. Which, granted, going back, you're lucky we did that show on February 26th, because do you know what March is?
What's March?
National Women's History Month.
Oh, hey, I'm celebrating them, man.
International Women's History Day
I'm celebrating, man. I am a fan.
is March 8th. Do you want to take a guess on what year March became Women's History Month?
1982.
Okay, you gave the men of the 80s and before us way more credit than I would have. I would have guessed that was something that came around in like
The 70s or 90s?
I was gonna say like 02.
Oh.
Yeah, like
After the Me Too movement?
Yeah,
All right,
well-
we're going to give you a month. Can you ladies settle down now?
I was gonna say
Get out of here, Cupcake.
in a response to Woodstock '99 and
Yeah.
the Limp Bizkit era, I would have
Oh, buddy.
assumed
God.
we had to give them a month to rectify some of the decisions that were made in the late '90s. But no,
That was a rough documentary, man.
National Women's Week is how it started.
Yeah.
And that was in 1980. And then 1987, we said, you know what?
They get the whole month.
You've probably done enough to justify more than 1 week out of the 52 a year. How about we give you the whole month of March?
How about equal pay?
Hey, whoa, whoa, whoa. We
Daddy
gave you a
needs
month.
sandwich here, so you got a month.
And you didn't get stuck with February.
Yeah.
Like we didn't give you the shortest month like we've been known to do to other minorities. Like, we gave you March. That's a great month. Enjoy it. Speaking of early National Women's History Month celebration to the roommate, her birthday is tomorrow.
Ooh, buddy.
Now, unfortunately, she will be on a plane for Chicago at about 6:30 in the morning tomorrow.
Oh, I
on
thought she
her
was
birthday.
leaving like later this week.
No.
Tomorrow?
She flies out on her birthday. It's a quick trip up, one presentation, right back to Texas. So she flies. She's back Wednesday night.
So are you going to put as much... Wait, is she turning the big 4-0?
I'm saved by the grace of God.
It's 3-9?
It's 3-9.
Nice.
Well, I should say,
You still got to do something.
without giving away the exact year,
Yeah. Oh, I think
it's
you just
not
did.
40. I might have, but like LG had to do to remove some of the clips you played last
just scratch
Thursday.
that one, LG.
we might have to cut that out. So on this National Women's History Month,
It's not Women's History Month when I did it. It was Black History Month, and I'm just saying
we talked
black
about
guys like a good ass.
Okay, see it's now March. You can't say that now.
But
now
I'm talking about back then.
but then, this is like Spaceballs. Then is now.
Then is now.
No. That
now-
was then.
now is then.
That's right.
Yes.
We did talk about the first African American gold medalist in Winter Olympic Games history. That was fitting for February. But you also showed a bunch of gratuitous
It wasn't not.
shots of female skeleton. What do you call them? Riders. That feels sexist. Losers.
Skeletors.
Skeletors. That can't be right. There's no way that's right. Long story short, I told y'all as we were doing the episode, the IOC was going to come down with the long arm.
Dude, they're corrupt.
Well, of course they
But
are.
it wasn't even so. I got the great of course I'm getting hammered on the group text of it was the captains just looking at ass videos and blah 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 blah, and I'm like,
By the way, they're called racers.
There we
Racers.
go.
Oh, racers. Okay, thank
that
you.
makes sense. Thank you.
Thank you, LG. So back to ass. So, I thought it was this. So I'm getting killed over here, and then I find out it's not even that what got flagged.
No, all of your gratuitous backside footage was not what actually got us in trouble. Apparently, it was the less than 10 seconds that we showed of the women's curling that wasn't even from this year. That
wasn't
was
from
an
this year.
outdated. You didn't even have the right Olympics coverage, but that's the part that got us flagged.
Hey, I half-assed the whole ass sometimes.
So it turns out, in my digging, as you said in the group chat, LG, how many videos have we had technically be struck down in some part of the world?
About 15.
Dude, the most dangerous podcast in San Antonio. We got to bump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers.
We haven't shown. It's not like we're.
Come on.
It's mostly MLB and NBA.
Ah, okay. So the sports, some of the
My
sports
goal for
clips-
this year is 30 countries. I got to start digging what gets us banned.
We're big in Algeria. We have
Boy.
regular downloads from some account in Algeria.
Now that
is
they got
not
an
a
internet
joke.
blackout, they're gonna need our content even more. I got you.
That's Iran, not Algeria.
Whatever.
We should play as part of our World Politics for Dummies segment. We should just pull up a map and see which.
Yeah, geography wasn't my greatest.
I was
I'm like
raised
somewhere over there.
in my years of being raised by what can only be described as the world's most avid C-SPAN viewer. My father, who LG got to see again on Friday
Shout out to
night.
George. Yeah, we were bonding over the fabulous omelet station at the Embassy Suites.
All right, let's start with that because as soon as LG got there, LG came straight. You had come from Texas State, right?
Yep.
From the TED
And
Talk.
drove straight in from San Marcos.
So Cap was still dealing with antibiotics under the weather. You got to pass. Well, it doesn't help.
It doesn't help. Like, God.
No,
man,
I meant
LG,
the
I'm
drop
like,
doesn't help yours. So
Yeah, no.
No, I have an AI drop machine now. It
yeah,
just fires
it's
them off.
It's like the
It just
Waymo.
fires them off. So your AI is calling me fat. I'm gonna break that thing, dude.
it listens
We're
to what
fighting
you're talking
LG.
about, and it just plays.
What? That I'm wheezing over here, and it just calls me
Yeah,
fat.
it just hears you breathing.
Oh, that's you, LG. You son of a.
It's like the Waymo in Austin. It's got a mind of its own.
I saw Waymo on San Pedro. Off topic.
We're going to talk about that in a minute. So yeah, Friday night, LG is making small talk with my dad. Tell me exactly how it came down because all I heard was my dad specifically mentioned the omelet bar, and LG's like, "Oh, you staying at the Embassy Suites?" And
Okay, sort of.
Okay.
So yeah, I was like, "What's up, George? When'd you get into town?" He was like, "Oh, we got in around 6. I was trying to get down here for the manager's reception at the hotel I'm staying at." And I looked right at it and I go, "Embassy Suites?" And he was like, "You bet your ass." And I was like, "Hey, that omelet station." And he was like, "You already know."
World
What did he
travelers,
say? He's like, they already got my order.
world
Yeah,
travelers.
well, he mentioned that he's going to have more than one.
Oh,
in the morning. So he's going to get in line, make an omelet, probably go back to the room, sleep off a 30 minutes or so, go back down and get another one.
Yeah, a good 30-minute omelet power nap. Get
And
your
I've
money's
done
worth.
exactly the same when I stay at Embassy Suites.
My dad is the kind of guy that when we would travel as a family, there were multiple instances where we would be driving and instead of stopping somewhere for breakfast, we would find a hotel that he knew had a continental breakfast.
And just act like you've been there. Oh, that's so sweet.
Just
I've
walk
done it.
in
We've all done
as
it.
a family of 4.
Yeah.
Walk in, eat the continental breakfast, and get right back in the car. We did that on the way to Disney World one time, driving to Florida. We did it on the way to California one time.
Yeah, oh my God.
Like he is a man of, if there is a deal to be found
Yeah.
or a loophole or some
a
way
little
to
travel
get
hack.
exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was.
What was he like? I know the omelet station guy's name. Tip him real good.
Oh,
You,
he's-
you got to slap them with, if you're staying multiple days, give them a good tip that first day, and then your omelet's going to be, you get an extra egg in that omelet.
yeah, I think he's absolutely on a
More
first
love in
name
an omelet.
basis with whoever that was. So that was
He's the walking commercial of you would turn it into your parents.
very much
You
so.
don't have to know the omelet
So
guy's name.
the thing I didn't realize, LG, you've met my parents, my old man a couple times before from
Yep.
past connections, obviously, and I didn't realize though, LG hadn't met my little brother.
Me and LG didn't
Nope.
know you had a little brother.
I've mentioned that multiple times.
I think
before.
you've mentioned brother,
Bro,
Yeah.
but I didn't know he was
the
your
older
little brother.
Ah, okay.
For some reason, I thought you were the youngest.
No, I was a high school baby. He was the one that was planned 4 years later. He is.
So there you go. That answers your question, LG. He said your dad looked very young. He's like, he must have had him real early. Yeah.
Pretty early. It was pretty early. My dad and I, we share, what's it called? Like benchmark birthdays. So like, I turned 40.
When he turned
60.
60. Oh, okay.
And my mom's a little
okay.
younger than that.
Well, shout out to my dad on the the day after
But
your
I
birthday.
think the laws were a little different back then. I don't think they were as worried about
Plowing
age.
16-year-olds,
Yeah,
man.
I don't think they were as worried about those types of things.
14-year-olds, dude.
It was true love. True love.
Shout out to my dad.
Still together.
It's so crazy. So my dad, my dad, and then my wife all have birthdays on that exact opposite day. So February 28th, my dad turned 70.
Creative types. Okay, another
Yeah.
benchmark birthday.
Man, my dad's not a creative type, man. He's
I'm sure he's got a
not at all. Not at all,
somewhere.
man. He is watching OAN and
look. It's never
golf.
too late. Bill Withers didn't write his first song until he was like 40. Like there's still time. There's creativity in there somewhere. It's,
There's no
it's down to the calendar.
He's had the same haircut for 40 years, dude.
I think we're going to. I couldn't get them. I couldn't get either one of them for tonight. But I think we're either going to have my old man, my little brother, or potentially both.
Yes.
On the show Wednesday night.
I need stories. I wanted to go down there because I knew I was like, I'm gonna meet the Big Cats family.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna meet the senior cats.
Okay.
And I'm like, I couldn't talk.
Let me start with that because first of all, LG, would you have believed if my little brother walked up to you? Did you immediately realize or think that there is any possibility that is my little brother?
No, he didn't tell me he was related to you at first. He was like, "Are you LG?" And I was like, "Yeah, what's up, man?" I just thought he was like a listener
Sure,
or something.
sure.
Because there's not much of a resemblance there. Because your brother's about my height.
He's my little brother is
a tiny fella.
He was the point guard on the basketball team. He was the cross country runner. He is much more of a little shorter, spry type than.
So the first thing once he told me he was your brother, I looked at him. I looked at you. I looked at George.
Start
And I was
together.
like, how is he so tall? Are you sure he's your brother?
So I'm a spitting image of one of my grandfathers.
He explained it.
Yeah,
yes.
he was giant, 6'4", ranch.
I think his
ranch
exact
guy.
words, my grandfather's real gangly and has gnarly toenails like Puma does.
That's me.
And I was like, okay.
Yeah, everything but the long hair. He never grew the long hair out.
Clip your toenails.
He was
man.
like, well, they're clipped now. They just it's an old country foot, man. It's genetics.
It helps stabilize you on the ground. You know, you dig them in like talons.
So Friday night, y'all mentioned it. Obviously, LG knew about it to show
Yeah.
up. You knew about it, but were sick.
Yeah.
When did the roommate tell y'all what was going down on Friday?
I've got the text.
Like a
Let me
week
see
and
here.
a half ago.
No, it was longer than that.
Well, I mean, she didn't have my number. She was like, she had to hit me up on Facebook or
me see here.
Instagram.
So I'm going to play a video here in a second of exactly what happened Friday night.
Oh, here we go. Puma's roommate.
Puma's roommate. That's,
All
I like that.
We
I
got
like-
the flyer on February 11th.
Wait,
Yeah, she did a flyer.
there's a flyer.
There's a flyer, man.
Okay, I remember hearing people talking about how there was a flyer. I'd forgot. Yeah, okay, there it
You
is,
can't-
right there.
Can't read it because it's too bright.
It says,
Yeah.
shh. Like, don't spoil the surprise.
And what day was that?
The 11th.
So
Yeah.
we did a show the very next day on the 12th, and then we did a show on the 26th. We've all talked multiple.
You didn't like, so everybody kept
Dozens
their
of
mouth
times.
shut.
Not a single one of y'all gave off the slightest hint that left me any idea that was going to
And I'm
happen
the
Friday
worst
night.
at secrets, dude.
Dude.
I'm like, because things just come out.
So when I saw the amount of people that, like, both, obviously my parents,
Yeah.
my little brother and his wife, my in-laws, Steph's parents, a bunch of buddies from high school, Mari Vasquez, class, radio,
Professional TikToker.
TV, media
Oh, wow.
legend here, Rocky from KSAT. We had my buddy from Austin who's still playing fast pitch baseball in a league over there in Austin.
We had old Shane from Ticket 760.
The guy who gave me this Charlie
Nice.
Conway jersey. Thank you, Shane. Good, proper. This is the best kind of birthday gift because it's something I love but would never think to buy for myself.
Yeah.
Like as soon as I opened it up and realized
It
what
looks
it
like a
was,
legit NHL jersey.
it's great. It's like that in between. It can kind of pass off as both.
It's not too big on the arms.
And I do love a proper hockey sweater that just fits nicely. I'll wear it in the middle of Texas summer because I love them. But my buddy took a fastball, a 90-mile-an-hour fastball on top of his foot. You remember the baseball player? What was his name? Armando Galarraga?
Sounds familiar.
He's the one who had the perfect game missed on the final.
Oh, on the missed call on the first base?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay.
he lives
Or
over
it was a blatant out, but they called him safe.
Armando
Wasn't that with
Galarraga.
White Sox,
It was
or-
Jim Joyce. He was pitching for the Tigers.
Tigers.
Yeah, it was against the Cleveland still Indians at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So Armando Galarraga lives over in Austin. He played on my buddy's team a couple years back. So it's like my buddy was like all state and like there's really, and I go play pickup, but he's still playing in these leagues where guys are touching 90 on their fastball. So he took a fastball right to the top of the foot. He was showing me the x-ray. His whole outside bone on the outside of his foot just shattered. He's in a boot.
God.
He made it there.
Oh, that's
He
the guy
was
in the
there.
crutches.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the guy in the
All right,
crutches.
I saw the guy in the
Yeah,
crutches.
he's the drummer, which unfortunately now he's got a broken foot and he's a drummer. That
You still
doesn't
do that
really-
with a boot, right?
He'll figure it out. He's the drummer in the band that played. They've got the band over in Austin, played over here
Okay.
months ago. I wear the shirt every now and so many people came in for this,
Yeah.
and not a single person managed to ruin the surprise.
Oh, that's good job. I see Steph's in the chat. The roommates in the chat. Good jobs.
Yeah, that's devilish. That is
Yes.
devilish behavior. Because I know it's something y'all have, we've all known each other for years now, but something you've learned more as you and I have done the show together.
Well, I learned quite a bit. Like surprise parties. I tend to, it's my birthday. I'm gonna do what I want type scenario.
right.
So I might end like, don't schedule it too late because I'm gonna be schmammered or something.
So
I heard something of the
I'm
sort.
a bit of a control freak, as you have learned as we've done this show together. So the night started. LG, have this video ready. The night started with a really nice dinner at Best Quality Daughter right there in the Pearl. Love that place. Had no idea. She had told me we might have one friend, our buddy Ernie, who's the chef co-owner of Charity Bar there. She told me, he might want to grab a drink with us after dinner, depending on what time we finish. So I'm not thinking we're doing anything. There's no expectations. I'm not thinking we're in a rush or anything like that. So, I might have
Partake in some festivities.
had a few items that are edible, and since it was my birthday, I might have taken about 2.5, 3 times the normal dose that I do on a Friday night.
He was going on a journey.
buddy. So I'm sitting in the restaurant, and I can tell I'm 3 kites above everybody except the server. Yeah. The server was sniffling so much residue powder and making very awkward eye contact. Whenever he would take your order, it would be,
Oh, just super focused, super intent. Oh yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah.
have we had a chance to look at the entrees? Just staring at you. So, I'm tripping balls. This dude's high as hell trying to take my order. And Steph is a nervous wreck, but I'm not piecing it all together. So we end up, dinner goes a little late because I order another mezcal old fashioned. I'm enjoying, not thinking anything is
Like
yet
she's
to come.
She's trying to rush you out of there, and
She's
you're
doing her best
What are you doing?
to rush without giving any kind of tell that something further is happening. So we get the word that my buddy is at Burleson, place we always go to, Burleson Beer Garden right there in the neighborhood. And he's waiting for us. He's going to have a shot and a beer, say happy birthday, and then he's got to go home. So, I'm thinking to myself, I'm already feeling pretty good from
Yeah.
pre-dinner festivities, feeling really good from the mezcal and rosé at dinner. So we park at Burley. LG, throw this up there. We park. First of all, the vehicle we park right next to is my mother-in-law's Lexus SUV.
Oh man,
I had no idea.
I was afraid if I went there in my truck, I was like, I'm definitely gonna park in like a handicap or somewhere real close.
Never pieced it together.
And I was like, he's gonna see my truck and be
So-
like, why's the cap here, man?
As I picked the spot, Steph is now, post game press conference telling me
Yeah.
now, she's like, as you were parking next to it, I thought it was ruined.
Yeah.
I thought the surprise was over. So this is us. She starts recording without me realizing as we're walking out of the car and walking into Burley Friday night. So we're going in.
Do we got sound on this, LG? Hey. All right.
I'm walking ahead. For those listening to the audio,
You're just not talking to each other at all.
Well, we're mumbling because I'm pretty tipsy from dinner. You can't really hear it a whole lot. Open the door for her like a gentleman. And as soon as she turns around,
She runs in.
I just started walking out.
Oh, buddy.
Look, I'm just pointing like, what are you doing here?
Sandbag.
Oh my God, you were here.
Just sandbag.
Who the hell? So as soon as she turned around and I could tell she was filming, I looked through the window and
Yeah.
I saw her mom, I saw my dad, and I saw our friend KP who was sitting right there, right inside the door. So I immediately was like, all right.
Focus.
Focus. So I turn around and start to walk away, just thinking like, all right, I gotta pull it together.
Settle it
Like,
down right now.
We're gonna be fine, but there's a lot of people in there that are about to yell happy birthday. So compliments, props to y'all for holding that
Yeah.
in. That was insanely well played by the roommate and everyone involved to keep that a secret. That was
Yeah, good
Quite
job. No,
impressive.
that was all your roommate, man. That's all. Wifey over there did a great job. She set up a good thing. 40th birthday. I don't remember what I did for my 40th. I was like, I'm like a curmudgeon. I'm like, I don't want to do anything.
So that's what I had been all week.
Yeah.
That's what you remember when I told the story
Yeah.
about the attractive women that might be entrepreneurs, might run their own business.
Yeah.
They, when they were buying us shots.
It's Women's Month.
That's right. Now we're celebrating.
Celebrate those entrepreneurs.
That was me. That was Steph's. Like at that point, saying like, I'm forcing you to celebrate your birthday.
Yeah.
So like I had been all week long, being the curmudgeon-y,
Being a mopey little bitch.
a little bit, and I would be absolutely lying if I told you the smile on my face from the moment I walked in lasted until Sunday morning because
buddy.
I didn't realize, some of my close high school friends, and some friends that, we had met right when we moved here. A lot of them were able to stay through the weekend.
Yeah.
Even better, my buddies, a couple of my buddies all pulled together and got the Airbnb that is literally right across the street from my house. So for this past weekend,
It's just been
I was the annoying Airbnb gentrifying guest staying in my own neighborhood, sitting on the roof balcony, playing music till 3 a.m., being loud. And
At least it was the weekend, man.
no, it was great. It was great. As much as I complain about being surrounded by Airbnbs, it was nice to have my buddies right across the street all weekend.
Yeah. I got the recap from LG because he did an event with another local podcast.
Yeah, I want to
What was
ask
it?
LG about that. How Jimenez is, how the celebration went Saturday night.
Yeah, so he comes in 3 sheets to the wind, drinking he's like, I had 5 old fashions, didn't have to buy one of them. And he's just tanked. And I'm like, did you drive yourself here? And he's like, well, I didn't drive, technically.
Technically, that's how does that
Nah,
get?
he wasn't that bad. Hinton. Like, no, he was completely under the limit.
Not too bad to type in an address and watch it do its work. Yeah, LG, I saw you were down there at Hard Rock on Saturday. Shout out to those boys. What was it? 500 episodes?
500 episodes for the Area 210 podcast over there for Joe Garcia and Michael Jimenez.
Yeah, congratulations to y'all, man.
Yeah.
Hope we get there one day. We passed 100. What was it? 2 months ago?
Something like that. Yeah, I think we're at like 113. Something. They've been going a little longer than we have, and they haven't taken nearly as many 2-week vacations, I don't think.
Well, they go 5 days a week too, so
that's fair. Yeah.
Yes. Then they was, but I saw there's on. They do a tight hour, ish.
Yeah,
they
do about a little over an hour sometimes, but it's never 2.
It's never two.
So if you add
Shut your
our
mouth, OG.
2.5 hour episodes,
Yeah, it's
basically the same amount of content weekly.
Only if someone put the tags on YouTube, to like skip through for the parts that they want.
There's still hope. I've got them all marked. Look, here's the marks from your F-bomb and D-bomb last week.
Oh,
Never.
those antibiotics, man, got me loopy.
Yeah, I just marked it explicit and said screw it. No, congratulations! Shout out to Joe and Mike.
They got me out of my element. For some reason, I don't know why, but the flyer said, Hard Rock Cafe presented by PF Chang's at La Cantera. And my mind got twisted a little bit, and I was just like, La Cantera, I'll drive over there and hang out with them for a little bit.
Oh, no.
And then I was like, wait a minute. This is in the middle of downtown on a Saturday. Out of my element. But it's a nice spot right on the river. So
Supposedly there's a lot of crossovers. Like, as LG didn't have to buy one drink.
There's a lot of crossover fans from all the different shows that we've worked on over our illustrious careers.
That's right. I'll say this. In between the gaps of working on one of those previous shows and starting this back up with y'all, when I was pretty low mentally, trying to figure out what the next move was, what the plan was for this podcast, what the plan was for the radio career, what the plan was just for day to day figuring stuff out. Good dude Joe invited me over there to their house where they filmed the show, and hung out with them basically all morning. One day he ended up popping on with Jimenez and talking some Spurs or whatever we were talking at the time. But that was going over there that morning. If I hadn't done that, I don't think we'd be sitting here doing this show now, because it was to see two dudes dedicated, and there was a lot of inspiration that had been extinguished. That was.
And shout out to
light that fire, man.
Shout out to Joe Garcia. When I resigned from the previous show I was producing, Joe invited me out to an SAFC game to hang with him. I ran into a guy working the camera there who I had worked with at UTSA a couple times, and he mentioned that maybe the Spurs might be hiring and I should apply. And he sent me the contact info for the producer and director there for Spurs Sports and Entertainment, and I am now an employee. So in a roundabout way,
look at this.
I owe my Spurs career to Joe Garcia. Yes.
It's like networking between other podcasts has a positive effect on us.
Okay, Mr.
I've been pushing for this,
Mr.
for a long
Collaborator.
time. We need a bigger footprint. We need to take over this place. Shout out to Zeb for $10. Says happy birthday. And charity bar best
yakisoba
doobie in the city.
It's fried soba noodles.
Yeah, he's not wrong either. It is so damn good. Thank you, Zeb. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Yeah, those are two good dudes that are still still putting out good content like that. So
yeah, and Jimenez is doing the show out of Houston. They're not even in the same city anymore.
That's right. He moved now. Yeah,
H-Town, man.
That
traffic scares me, man.
Yeah, 500 episodes. That's quite the accomplishment. Again,
my friend took her kid to Houston recently for like a soccer tournament match, and she's like, "I've been flipped off 8 times."
Well, probably because you're driving like a typical San Antonian.
No, she drives crazy. I don't get in the car with her. Like,
So she's a good driver.
she's a good driver.
Yeah.
She's a very aggressive driver, and I'm like, I'm an aggressive driver, but I don't trust anybody else to do it as well as me.
That's fair.
you know what I'm saying?
That's why I don't get on a motorcycle at all.
I'm gonna push the limits. Push it to the limits.
Speaking of yakisoba and Japanese pub food, LG, what's the name of the expressway in Tokyo? It's like Shotai, Shoto, something like that.
I have no idea.
Shogun.
I've never ridden on the X. I always take
like-
the trains. You're
like-
talking about the Shinkansen?
Maybe that's
That's
what
the bullet train.
No,
I don't know what the roads are called.
No, it's the major expressway, like the one where the one that inspired all overnight street racing in Tokyo. It's like SHOUTU or something.
What's that like for drifting? Because it like has like a bunch of circles.
It's exactly-
It's the Shuto Expressway Bayshore route.
There you go, the Shuto. I bring that up because I don't spend a lot of money. I spend a lot of money on experiences and going out stuff. Like I don't buy a whole lot of stuff for myself usually, but the roommate basically put me in a chokehold and I was about to pass out. And she said, "You were going to spend money on yourself for your birthday." So I bought. It's probably a bad time, but I feel like it's only going to get worse. I bought 2 terabytes worth of memory to add to my PS5. This same memory card 3 months ago was like $290. It's $375 now.
Memory has doubled
And
in
I think
price, and it's only going up. Yep.
It's only going up. So I bought this 2 terabyte memory stick I got to throw in the PS5. But the other thing I bought, there was an old PS2 game, and if you played the Japanese version, it was like Shotao Shootout, but the American version was called Tokyo Extreme Racer. Do you remember the game Midnight Club?
Yes.
So it's basically
They were trying to go after what was the one? Not Burnout, but
Need for Speed.
Need for Speed, yeah.
So Tokyo Extreme Racer is basically the Japanese version of Midnight Club, but better.
yeah.
Because it's way more detail on the cars. It's all any Japanese sports car, tuner car you want is in the game. Okay, jokingly.
And all the body kits and all that.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and it's all with the Japanese, companies' decals.
right around Fast and Furious time.
So when the first one came out on PS2, I was addicted to it. They just dropped the one on PS5 last Friday. So I ended up buying myself that. So I've been playing a bunch of, I've been cruising the mean streets of Tokyo all weekend.
Does it live up to your younger expectations?
It's everything I want, but it's not a great game. Like it's just an old school PS2 era arcade racing game.
Okay, so like no like real like open world.
No.
It's
and
not Gran Turismo.
Okay, and that's what I was about to say. So I was over the weekend. I would I'd do one race on Gran Turismo and then do one race on Tokyo Extreme Racer, just because I was wanting to
Sounds
see.
like so much work.
Well, it was quite a bit of effort, but I was, nerd and curious which one, just.
I need it back to back, man. I need another PS5 to make the
So I don't even have to switch. Exactly.
You totally let me down there because you were like, I don't know if it was the right time to buy, but I bought 2, and I thought you were about to say tickets to Japan, but you said terabytes.
No. Terabytes. 2 terabytes of memory.
I bought tickets to the Holy Land.
I thought you were gonna go see the expressway and see some street racing.
So what I did buy though, you know how I always joke, I was like, oh yeah, and also there's a 1993 Honda Civic Type R on our on our wish list. I might have bought an old Honda Civic on the game just to
okay.
fulfill
another letdown.
Yeah,
right
another
there.
letdown.
Another letdown.
Just to fulfill the bit. But all in all, I spent money on myself. All my everyone was able to come into town. No one ruined the secret. Even played some Top Golf on Saturday. Got a new set of clubs.
There you go.
It was a good birthday. It was a real. I didn't do the full take the new clubs to Top Golf.
Oh,
I wasn't that guy.
I take like 5 clubs. I take like the driver, the wedge, a 7, and a 4.
See, I couldn't.
That's all I'm taking.
I couldn't bring myself to carry them in, but they gave them to me in the parking lot before we went in, and I was like, I can't be that guy. Let's just go. Let's go have some fun. So I didn't know they had like course simulators now at Top Golf. So we played.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah,
That's
we
nice.
played the back 9 at Pebble, played the front 9. No, we played the back
cool.
9 at Pebble and the back 9 at the old course at St. Andrews. So we were having fun out there. We were out there for like 3.5 hours. So all in all, everybody who told me happy birthday, thank you. It was a great, great weekend. Yep, Greg, props to the roommate indeed. You want to try to wade into our inaugural world politics for dummies?
How do we segue into this one?
Well, I'll tell you how. Because as Friday night,
And into World War III.
as we were sitting on the roof of that Airbnb, it's got a big patio on the top. It's just a bunch of old shipping containers that have been turned into a house. We're sitting on the top of that. Me, four or five of my buddies that were still in town before they left. Of course, the ones that were staying in the Airbnb. And then my little brother was there with us too. And my little brother, as we're all sitting up there sharing old, high school war stories, talking about giving state troopers, fake IDs to avoid warrants.
You remember old Luce Shelley?
Yeah. All the, we actually, her name was just Switch.
Switch.
Unfortunately. That's a true story. That's a true story. As we're sharing old stories.
It's Women's History Month. Come on, man.
But that story happened back in February of 2003. It's fine.
I can just see a small town little kegger party, and it's like, Switch!
You don't. So you pretty much see it.
Yeah, I see it.
So as we're sitting there.
Happy Women's History Month. I mean, Women's Month.
My little brother, out of nowhere, just goes, well, we did it. And I was like, what? What are you talking about? He's like, yeah, no, we actually did it. We just bombed the hell out of Iran. I was just like, wait. And this is, like 3:30 in the morning, whatever time it was as it was coming down.
That's funny. He's like, we did it.
And we did it. And it's just so nonchalant. He was just looking on his phone and he put it down on the table and he goes, yep, we did it. That's it. So from that was the moment where I didn't immediately get on my phone and start following all of the, the news, but I was at least aware of what was happening. And then Saturday,
I'm not in the right frame of mind for this. I can't get on the quad box.
No, that's exactly. So Saturday, I went to sleep when I finally made it back over to my bed at about 5:30 Saturday morning, which was a carryover from Friday night. I threw the quad box on and left it on all night, so it would be on when I woke up, so I could immediately lock back into my normal quad box of news when something crazy is happening. When it's war, though, or whatever you were calling this, it's war, but we're not, but whatever.
Unsanctioned war?
All of the 4 news networks there's not a whole lot of time for opinion yet. It's all just covering the actual breaking news.
Yeah.
So there wasn't a whole lot of difference, for example, in the way MS Now was covering the story than Fox News was, because it was all just, the missiles were fired, the missiles were shot down, or, XYZ is happening. It wasn't
like the main talking heads didn't come in with their spin yet.
Not yet. Not at the point that I was watching, Saturday morning, getting more of the update.
That was my dad's birthday. I was like, hey, how do you like the fact that we started a war on your birthday? And he's like, I thought of the same thing.
Of course.
And of course, I'm like, I'm not sitting here. Like, I don't want to defend Iran. They're a horrible regime.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
And no one's asking anybody to, I don't think.
But when one country's been trying to propose this war to, 5 presidents for 30 years?
And that one country
Yeah.
is
Dude,
It's
I am
okay
not
to
getting
say
canceled.
it.
I'm not getting canceled, dude.
It's okay to say it.
It's Jerusalem.
It seems like
And then it's not even the people of Jerusalem. They
It's-
don't want to do it.
it
Just
seems-
clarify, you're feeling good. You're not suicidal. All your security
right.
cameras work.
I love life. All right. And I love the Jewish people.
You're so
I
far
wanted
down.
to convert at one point. Like, no joke.
You would, yeah. I could see you're like Walter Shuma Chavez.
Yeah, you converted because of your wife, Walter. Now you're watching your dog.
Y'all have been split for years. He's like, it's a
I
beautiful
don't
faith.
roll on Saturdays.
So yeah, it seems like there was, it's significant pressure from Israel to attack because they were going to
Yeah.
potentially do it whether we agreed or not. And so that is now, at least as we sit here Monday night, some of the justification that's being used of if we didn't preemptively strike, Israel was going to strike, and then Iran would have attacked us before we could have been. We could
Netanyahu's
have.
been going on for 30 years that he wants to destroy.
Well, and
Iran.
so has Lindsey Graham, and so
they're 6 months out from a nuclear weapon in 1990. They're at least 2 months out in 2001.
Well, how many months ago was it that we obliterated their
Yeah.
nuclear capabilities? Or we're told.
When Ted Cruz comes on the record and says, "Yeah, we didn't find any kind of weapons nuclear weapons being made or anything, but if we didn't do it now, they might have done something later."
I
You know,
do
it's
miss. There is a part of
I'm
me.
like, I don't want to agree with Teddy.
Oh, it's never fun, but sometimes the broken clock's wrong twice a day. There's some part of me that misses the conservative, war hungry Republicans of the early 2000s that at least would lie. They would go to Congress and lie to them to try to justify their bombing campaigns
you
in the
needed
Middle
Colin
East.
Powell to actually sign off on it. And
Right.
whatnot.
It just
I was
seemed-
trying to tell my dad that, and I was like, the last time, what was that, Bush Senior or something? With
W.
That was W with the Colin Powell?
Yeah. With
Okay, so-
WMDs, Saddam's got weapons of mass destruction. We got to attack now, or
And
he's
he
gonna
finally caved, and hey, we didn't even go to the right place. It's like, oh, we went to the one with the oil. What you talking about oil? You cooking, bitch?
Well, there's I've received intel that I need to get a drop of you saying yakisoba.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah, I've got
I thought that was
producers.
spot on,
I got
buddy.
snipers out there everywhere, kind of like Israel. No, there is some level of
Puma likes life too. He does not.
yeah, I'm fine.
He's
I
40.
mean, I'm fine. If you think I'm a threat, okay, whatever. No, it does feel.
We are banned in 15 countries.
It does feel really. It feels really weird to have, for the whole first year of the presidency, talking about stopping 8 wars through tariffs, all that. The whole campaign leading up to the presidency, no new wars. I'm not going vote for me because I'm not going to send your kids off to die.
This America First
And
movement,
America
which I'm like,
which-
I kind of like.
I was about to say
Not
it.
with the racist
No,
sentiment and history
Yeah.
of it, but
There are levels to this.
we're feeling it over here.
A lot of the America First and the Bernie Bro platform crosses over quite a bit. A lot of the anti-globalization, anti-offshoring jobs, anti-war in places halfway across the world, fighting to save people that still we're the lesser of their two evils. They still don't like us anyway. There's a lot of that part of the agenda that I had kind of resided myself to thinking, look, it's only 4 years. Hopefully, we'll see. But it's only 4 years of
Have we not?
all the other.
Have we seen a trend of everything he's promising? It is just being gaslit
I mean,
into
that's,
the other thing.
I feel like that is
Like, I have stopped so many wars. I am anti. No, we're gonna go take Venezuela's guy.
That's
we're
why-
gonna bomb the crap out of their boats.
That's why this one it doesn't feel that conspiratorial to say there was absolutely outside pressure that led to this campaign. I don't think it was Marco Rubio and JD Vance convincing Trump, or Hegseth convincing Trump to, or Lindsey Graham convincing.
Well, when you make the when you change the name of Secretary of Defense to Secretary of War, I'm like, all right, so we're going to war.
So we're gonna be at war soon.
Yeah, I was like, why would you say we need a Secretary of War if we're not trying to go to war?
Department of Defense.
That's right, Department of Defense.
I'm gonna kick you, Lawrence.
Yeah, now the Secretary of War, Department.
This is
of
why he's in
War.
the other room.
Hegseth is the Secretary of War.
Of course, when a campaign like this happened,
Yeah.
there's immediately going to be aftershocks, not just throughout the region, but unfortunately that are going to end up hitting on our soil.
The Dow is not at 50,000 anymore.
How shocked were you when I told you Pam Bondi was 60 years old?
If you told me she was 50 years old 10 years ago, I would have been shocked. She's got a little worn for the wear right now. All that line and having to
Pam,
do
hold
gymnastics.
Hold that thought, Pam. Hold that thought. No, unfortunately, it seems like now we've seen the first not coordinated response from Tehran or Iran, but at least some, as they say.
Are you talking about Tehran?
Yes, the Emiratis, a nexus of terrorism, a connection to terrorism.
Yeah.
We saw, Saturday night with the shooting, or early Sunday morning, the shooting that took place in Austin, which turns out to have
How convenient was that?
a San Antonio connection, because the guy's ex-wife and kids live in Cibolo. And they divorced a couple years ago because apparently he was roughing her up. He was beating her. And so she got the divorce.
A POS, man.
1,000%. He was a Senegalese.
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 He's from Senegal.
Right.
So,
But had come in, a naturalized citizen, had been here since, I think had gotten citizenship in like 2012.
Yeah.
But when they shot him dead on 6th Street, he's wearing a property of Allah and a Iranian flag
on the inside of his shirt. Like, did the wife? I didn't even know that. Did the wife clarify like he was being radicalized or anything like that?
So I don't think the radicalization necessarily. This is all, of course, as more investigation
alleged, all this stuff.
Well, I mean, this is one of those deals where they say like, while there's no reports yet of a connection to terrorism, it's like, What are we talking about? Like, clearly this is.
I mean, it's domestic terrorism.
It's not because he stumped his toe and was having a bad day. It's clear he was not happy with our actions in Iran. Like, I understand the investigation has to take its time, but
what was it like? Supposedly he got in an argument with someone before he was in there.
Yeah. So apparently he pulls up in his SUV to begin with, rolls a window down, starts firing with a pistol, then parks the vehicle and gets out with the long gun, with the assault rifle, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah, it's not technically called an assault
rifle.
A
long gun. Let's go a long gun.
If Call of Duty calls it assault rifle, it's a freaking assault rifle.
And a pistol is a semi-automatic weapon too.
Yes,
exactly. For all that's for the talking points. And then he starts opening fire on foot, but some of the videos,
they killed him, right, or no?
Oh, they shot him dead quick. Okay. And again, like, it sucks that this isn't going to be the last one. There's going to be more
in the leg. Keep him
radicalized.
Alive,
get that dude out of here. There's going to be more radicalized people that are responding domestically, as you said here. But the response from Austin police over there on 6th Street. I mean, they were in the area already because it's 6th Street. It was 2 a.m., right before 2 a.m. The bars were letting out, and their response saved countless more lives.
Oh, yeah,
they
good job. I mean,
whichever one of them took him out,
as much as I'm for police reform, man, I got to give it up to those people who like they're our first line of defense, you know, and it's a hard job.
It's okay to do both. It's
Yeah.
okay to say, look, there's some things that need to be reformed, but it's also okay to say these dudes are heroes in moments like this where your average citizen
Yeah.
would not be up to doing that. Like it can be both ways.
There's that old saying, like any kind of government or city service, like city work, should always be criticized and never
Of course.
be fanboyed. You
And
know,
it's the-
and you should never be a fan of something because you're a fan is a fanatic. That means you're going to have tunnel vision. You're never going to be able to do, you know, criticism, which is what we need to make things better.
And that's the quote that always gets thrown around when all of a sudden when someone says, "Well, if you don't like it, you can always leave," or like, you know, why are you always criticizing your country? And then it's the quote that gets thrown around. Mark Twain, I think, is it's the most patriotic thing you can do is criticize your government. And it's like, yeah, that's kind of true. Like it's like liberal
for us.
It's liberal chuggy. Like it should be on every, you know, New York Times crossword, New Yorker reading liberals lake house in you know, cursive font, like live, laugh, love. Like
George
criticize
Washington
your
was
government.
criticized. Abraham Lincoln was massively criticized.
But it's kind of true.
All these
Like,
other famous people that have done amazingly good things, they're all criticized, man.
Yeah, unfortunately, I fear the you know, taking out of all of the major leaders, you know, start the Ayatollah and a bunch of the military
We
leaders.
took out the newest Ayatollah one.
Yeah.
I forget. I don't even know it. How quick we took him out was. I don't even remember know his name.
Yeah, he did. He's not lasting long. And I think we're going to continue to see escalation before settlement. Like it doesn't feel like this is going to be a 3-day escapade or 3-day exercise of military might, and then we're back to
The two things I want to
hands
see
off in the region.
The two things I want to see happen, man, is I want not our elected officials because they're just paid to argue, in my opinion, right now, and just stir the pot. Is I want our neighbors and our friends and everything to kind of have a cool head and be like, hey, we're all in this together. You know, if we don't agree on certain politics and Social Security or healthcare or anything, that's different from, hey, I don't want you getting mowed down by a freaking fanatic, you know? And the second thing is still getting those Epstein files.
See, again,
Let's still get in those. Let's not forget about those.
the timing.
Child rapist, yeah, I got a problem with them.
Again, the timing is quite interesting when you
You don't
consider
think Netanyahu was like, hey, Trump,
when you
you
consider
sure you don't want to get that attention off the Epstein files?
the parties involved.
Even the Republicans wanted to get that stuff redacted. Why don't you come with me and let's bomb Iran?
It certainly is interesting
That's my
timing.
conspiracy theory. Has
It certainly is interesting timing, and we'll leave it at that. Unfortunate, I did see two of the people that died in the Austin terrorist attack. You know, one of them was a UT student, one of them was a Texas Tech student,
Yeah, 19-year-old kid.
and it seems like there's potentially
Why was he in the bar? Fake
potential.
ID? Or was he outside?
I think you can get in with
The exes.
you get your exes. Yeah, it's been so long, but
I've been 40 for a little bit. So.
yeah, that's fair. It seems like unfortunately there might end up being you know, some others that fall to their injuries from it. So just terrible. It feels like.
Shout out to the first responders and the nurses, and unfortunately,
And the Waymo,
hey,
get
F
the
you,
Waymo. That's right.
F you, Waymo.
Every Waymo I've seen in my neighborhood this weekend,
You're throwing rocks at it?
It uses the wrong blinker. It puts a left blinker on and then turns right out of the left lane. Like it's not good right now.
Dude, when I was going to
There was one that got stuck at the railroad tracks. It went down a one-way and realized it couldn't go over the track, so it just stopped. It was there for.
I was headed to Old Dogfather, best hot dogs in San Antonio, and I saw 3 Waymos in a row coming down San Pedro, and I'm like, they're here.
Yeah.
I was like, they're here already.
So they're not taking riders yet.
They're just getting a lay of the land.
So they had been mapping it with humans driving, and then they mapped it with just their cars, and now apparently they're running simulated
Bro, there's too much
trip.
construction in this city, man. Do not
It's
let
gonna
those
be-
things unleash down here.
It's going to be.
I'm gonna throw
absolute
bricks
mess.
at it. Do they? Am I gonna get charged?
Yeah, I
the
believe
cameras?
that would be corporate terrorism. Yeah, I believe that absolutely would
Who's
be.
with me, Sports Cave? Who wants
Something-
to throw bricks at Waymo's?
Who wants to be Cap's cellmate? You want to talk some
I got a
Spurs?
good lawyer. Don't worry, we'll get bonded out. Spurs talk.
Let's get into it. We'll swing into some Spurs, call it the main seggy. Spurs lost their last game of January on January 31st, the last day of the month. Lost to Charlotte.
The last game they lost was in January, on January 31st. Yes.
The first game they played in March, on the first day of March, was a loss.
Yeah.
But in between that was the 11-game win streak that we talked about
The third
last
team,
Thursday.
The third team, the Spurs, have like the year to go a complete month without losing.
Yep, and play at least 10 games was the minimum on that. Yeah, it was as good a month as you can possibly have, and as bad as Sunday after. First of all, I don't like East Coast
12 o'clock games.
noon tip-offs. That's awful. That is,
buddy.
yeah, that is.
I had to like miss it, and of course, like I missed the first half of it, and I had it recorded because I woke up a little later, and it's like 1 o'clock, and I'm like, oh, the Spurs game's on, so I'm like, I started from the beginning, and I'm starting to watch it, and lo and behold, I'm like, oh, we're doing good in the first quarter,
Yeah, it was a
And-
1-point game after the first.
before they go on that 25-2 run or something.
Buddy, 26-2
26-2 run
there
dude.
in the first half. Yeah, they end up losing 114-89 yesterday afternoon
And
up
you
in
know what I didn't do?
New York. What?
I didn't go to my truck to grab my hat.
Oh,
This one's on you, buddy.
yeah, the super.
This one's on you.
I'm sure if you had put that hat on, Harrison Barnes would have given them more than 3 points in 17 minutes.
Sure as hell would have.
I'm sure it was all the hat that was responsible. Yeah, you mentioned the 26-2 run in the first half, the 22 turnovers overall. They're lucky it wasn't actually worse because the Knicks only scored 24 points
Yeah.
off of those 22 turnovers, which is still a lot.
If we
a whole lot.
didn't
but-
have such a great first quarter,
Yeah.
we would have been dominated.
Yeah,
And
what was it? It was 17 to
Like I think
it was
we
like
had
17-8, 17-9. Steph Castle had just hit a 3. Things were feeling pretty good. Thinking about getting a
Vassell was hitting his threes again.
yeah, he ended up having he shot 50% from the field, but only I think he was 3 of 9 from threes. The games like that, I think it would be it's really easy to overreact to what you saw because the Knicks are such a measuring stick right now. And, I think for a lot of Spurs fans, the Spurs have shown enough already this season to make it feel like it is championship or bust again, that those are the expectations. And obviously New York is one of the teams you look at in the East and you think, that's a potential NBA Finals matchup. We were talking about it when they beat Detroit last week. They get to play Detroit again this week. But, those, of course, when they play the Thunder, there's a handful of about 5 teams that when the Spurs go up against them, you're thinking about playoff matchups. You're not just thinking about it as a regular season game. And I think that is, some of
It's
what leads some of the overreaction to a result like that yesterday.
Robinson, the bench defender that comes off.
Yeah,
he
Mitchell.
plays
Mitchell
hard
Robinson.
on us. And a toe. What was it? What's the
Anunoby.
Anunoby.
Yeah.
Anunoby. Yeah, he plays tough on Wemby, man.
Yeah.
And it's just as everybody says, their weakness, they're in the bottom 10 of 3-pointers. And yeah, I'm like, yes, we were, but we also didn't have Vassell for 20 games.
Right.
Champagne's coming to his own. Carter Bryant is starting to become polishing his shot. Wemby, there was a whole 2 months where he just couldn't hit a three to save his life.
Well, and Wemby had a good game yesterday after having a couple of bad games before that. You mentioned Mitchell Robinson. He was a big part of the Knicks out rebounding the Spurs 54-41.
What was it? 19 to 10 offensive rebounds.
That's huge. That's 9 more. That's 9 extra possessions that the Knicks got that the Spurs didn't.
They were hungry for this one. And I don't know how many stars came out to watch this game.
That was a lot. That was
Ben
fun.
Stiller, Larry David, Michael Strahan, what's the Happy Days guy?
Fonzie was there?
No, the director.
Oh, Ron Howard.
Ron Howard and his son who looks just like him. It was creepy.
Yeah, that's freakish.
Then Whoopi Goldberg was there. Every star in New York came out to see him. And they wanted this game, and they outplayed us. And as Wemby says, they were kind of hesitant. They weren't playing with fluidity. And I don't care about, I don't really count the Austin games as home games. That's our rodeo road trip. We basically lost 1 game on our rodeo road trip.
Yeah, that's it.
That's the best we've ever, that's tied for the best we've ever done, if I can ever remember, since this has happened. We've gone through I think it was maybe 2004, 2005, when we really were rolling with Timmy, Tony, and Manu. And we went 8-1 on the rodeo road trip. And that I was like, we've never been undefeated on it.
Well, and especially when you look at some of the teams they beat, it wasn't
Detroit.
It wasn't the softest.
Then we played Denver one time.
I don't know what to consider those, because those Austin games, they're not home games, but they're home games.
Yeah.
I mean, the crowd is very pro San Antonio.
Are they driving back to home on it?
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
That's still, from Austin to San Antonio is not an hour like it used to be.
Yeah. Wins over the Lakers, Warriors, Suns. Yeah. All potential Western Conference
Suns
playoff matchups.
They've been having our number this year.
Win over the Pistons, best record in the NBA. Win over the Raptors, going to be an Eastern Conference playoff team. So, yeah, I mean, all in all, the sourness of yesterday's loss can't overshadow how successful the whole trip was. But I do, I jokingly mentioned Barnes. It is pretty crazy thinking about going back to the beginning of the season when Barnes was on fire, shooting threes, was shooting them at a much higher volume, not just accurate, but high volume shooting. Was still the starting power forward. And now we've hit I saw at one point during the game yesterday as I was scrolling my timeline on X, there were literally, I showed the roommate, I should have taken a screenshot of it. There were 5 consecutive tweets that had been sent out that were all about Harrison Barnes, and not in a good way in that first half, as he had a couple turnovers, couple blown defensive assignments, and frankly, like a couple of those were saying, I mean, looked flat unplayable. So to go from being this team's starting power forward and a legitimate weapon as a shooter to now playing, 17 minutes, I think it was? Yeah, 17 minutes off the bench yesterday, only scores 3 points, but even more importantly,
he was a negative liability on defense.
Liability on defense and 0 rebounds in a game where you got dominated.
And you're supposed to be the other big man out there.
Exactly. And that's where, specifically, I don't think obviously Barnes is the example here, but from a, overarching, broader narrative perspective, this is where these regular season games are nowhere near comparable to what they're going to face in the playoffs, where it is a more physical possession to possession game, and giving up 9 more offensive rebounds to the other team is literally going to be the difference in winning and losing playoff games.
20 turnovers.
22 turnovers. Possessions are so much hold so much higher value in a playoff game than they do a regular season. Even when you're playing a great team like the Knicks or the Pistons or the Thunder, or whoever, that's where
they looked lethargic and they looked like, I don't want to be, they're professional athletes. I'm not going to say they were tired or something, but they were on the rodeo road trip. I'm going to give them this excuse, but also take this as a kick in the ass to be, hey, we got out hustled this game. We could have won this game.
And they usually respond to performances like this. We've seen it all season.
And this is the team that beat us for the cup. And I think we saw playoff basketball during those cup days where it was physical. It wasn't judged by the refs, but
a lot of swallowing of the whistle.
Yeah, but how long do we see a couple games getting called during the playoffs by the whistle? Which
as soon as one team goes up 2-0 in a series,
and all of a sudden it's like, hey, we need to extend this a little bit longer.
Yeah, or 3-1, that whistle gets tighter. Yeah, there's nothing conspiracy about that. Well, that's just fact. We see it we see it every year.
I thought it was gonna be like that after I saw that flagrant on Harper.
Oh yeah, for not
on the closeout, and I'm like, that was barely a foul. Yes, his foot was a little underneath him, but it wasn't a reckless closeout.
How about Wemby getting absolutely destroyed by Cat's forehead?
Oh, God,
and getting the offensive foul, drawing the offensive foul, Cat yelling back. He's 7'4", 260.
Yeah.
I wish Wemby was 260.
Yeah, no, he's not. He might, 260 on a 7'4" frame is not as, he's gonna fall over.
He is nowhere close to that.
Yeah, but
yeah, I don't take a whole lot of. It does seem like the Knicks as a team, their physicality is something that the Spurs struggle with. We've seen it a couple times now this year, and I do. My mind immediately begins to question or wonder what teams are going to look like going up against the Spurs in the first round of the playoffs, where the Spurs are absolutely going to be the more polished team. But we've seen it in the past. Unfortunately, we've seen it when teams were 1 seeds. We saw Memphis bully ball the Spurs in a 1-8 series. We saw the Warriors bully ball the Mavs in a 1-8 series.
The Suns got with Starberry got us the 1-8 series.
We've seen it. That wasn't 1-8. That was, I think, 2-7.
2-7.
I think it was.
I thought that was 1-8. I was at my friend's wedding in the Bahamas.
Yeah, those were the only 2 1-8s.
And all of them were cheering
upset.
for the Suns. I was like, y'all are closer to Texas than Phoenix, man.
Yeah, what are we
doing? You're killing me.
I do, I think of it, like that Suns team or, whoever the Spurs end up playing in the first round. I do think the blueprint is going to be make the series as physical as possible and
keep Wemby out of the paint. And defensively.
And that's when I start to worry about
and offensively.
Some of the lack of physicality on this bench, where we go back to thinking about the trade deadline. We were talking about, would love to have another big man that could throw people around, would love to have another shooter.
Yeah.
And we saw, yesterday when the shots aren't falling and you're getting out rebounded and out physical, they're playing more physical than you are. You can get into trouble real quick.
What's Wemby's backup? I forgot. Why am I blanking on his
name? Cornett.
Luke Cornett.
And we're going to talk about him in a second for another reason.
Yeah, I saw that. He didn't show up yesterday. He was absolutely a non-factor, and we need him to be a factor somehow on defense or on offense because he has the ability, he has the experience, he has he's a champ. He has the experience that we need. And he absolutely was not there with like Harrison Barnes. Like there was just a couple people. What I don't get is I'm starting to see more of an enforcer, someone who can sit there and he can foul out, get the fouls, set a tone, is the Rook, Carter Bryant.
Yeah.
We've seen him get into people's faces.
No, I think he's the one.
Why didn't we see a lot of him on that game?
I think he's the one that if you're looking of
just defensively, just pester him.
you know, what
Develop
what
that 3 a little bit more.
options are available on this roster if you're already playing Harrison Barnes 17 minutes off the bench, if you're knocking that even further down,
Yeah.
that's the trickle down of a guy like Carter Bryant, potentially getting more opportunity. Because I do think there's going to be a game in one of these first two, hopefully two playoff series. Before you even get to a team like the Thunder, when you're going up against Denver or Houston,
Yeah, we might
who
have a murderer's
Jokic
row.
and Şengün, have some physicality to their rosters. There's going to be a game where you need Harrison Barnes or Carter Bryant or someone on, hell, maybe it's the Plumlee brother that they signed for the rest of the year. If he can get up to speed and get into the rotation.
Yeah.
7 points from De'Aaron Fox is unacceptable in 31 minutes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Especially when Jalen Brunson goes for 24, on the other side as starting point guard.
Brunson gets up for us, man. He, for some reason, but yeah, De'Aaron Fox.
He's paid to be a scorer. He's paid to be Mr. Clutch. He was not that last night. You're blaming Luke Cornett, a role player? I'm Luke Cornett, buddy.
All I'm saying is
It's our starters.
I will agree with you.
Champagny laid an egg, and so did De'Aaron Fox. 3 points from Champagny.
Yeah. All right.
Especially when the offense has become so not dependent on Champagny, but he has appeared to take that next step in being a consistent provider, a consistent guy that's filling up the stat sheet. When you lose it for one game like that from both, from two guys.
I think he went out after that Brooklyn game and partied a little too hard with his boys.
Keldon also laid an egg. 3 points.
Yeah.
Come on now. You're supposed to be sixth man of the year.
Yes.
You ain't no Ginobili right now.
So this is what I'm talking about when I'm talking about Luke Cornett and I'm talking about the bench is we got I think we're third in bench points in the league or something.
Sounds right.
Yeah.
Well, what does Luke Cornett average in points? 2?
No, I think he's got like 5 or 6. But no,
He hasn't had an alley-oop dunk in all of February.
I believe my statement was
He's run
defense
dry.
or offense.
Well, Luke
He
Cornett's
show
not
up
going to give you
defensively.
offense.
I was like, so show up defensively. He didn't show up defensively. He was a liability out there.
He's given you 7 and 7 points, 6.5 rebounds this
Okay.
year. I thought it was a little.
Yeah.
He
No.
had 3 boards last night.
Yeah,
3 boards.
still-
No, that's too little.
That's under. Yeah. That's,
Like if we're playing Wemby 30 minutes, 32 minutes,
I blame De'Aaron Fox and Julian Champagny. They're starters.
I put more on De'Aaron Fox because we're paying that man more.
Him
So,
and Wemby should be leading every night.
Yeah.
I think
But Fox's shot, I know he's not the best 3-point shooter statistically.
He didn't
but
get to the line once. Not once
Yeah.
did he get to the line. I don't know if that's on the refs or what, but I didn't see him driving that much last night or the other night.
No, like he looked like he took a game off too.
if you look at the whole box score, immediately you would say Wemby had the best game, 25 points, 13 rebounds. But then, as we were talking about earlier, what was a reason that game got away? 22 turnovers. Wemby had 7.
Yeah.
So it was just, I don't think you can look at anyone, and I think all of them to a man would agree. You look at anyone on this box score from yesterday. I mean, even Steph Castle, 5 for 13 shooting. Inefficient shooting. You didn't get much from him in 30 minutes. So I think it's, all of that can be right.
A lot of air balls.
It was
a lot
just-
of air balls that game.
It's
It
a
was
game
just-
that you flush, you move forward. Because if you don't, this immediately becomes a bit of a slide. Because tomorrow night at Philadelphia, Sixers have injuries. Paul George and Embiid, I think, are both out.
Yeah.
But Tyrese Maxey can beat you on his own if he gets hot.
We should win that game.
Absolutely should. And then Thursday, it's back at home to face the best team in the NBA record-wise. You get the Pistons again. So, I mean, you're getting 2 of...
We're playing both those at home.
no, tomorrow is in Philly.
The next home game's on the 5th.
Oh,
Against
okay.
Detroit.
Yeah.
Oh, so we're still on the.
Still rodeo road trip.
All right.
And then Friday night, I don't know if y'all saw this. They have another back-to-back Thursday and Friday. Thursday against the Pistons, and then Friday night against the Clippers here. But the game doesn't start till
8:30.
scheduled 8:30.
So basically, damn near a 9:00 game.
Yeah, so hopefully the Spurs can get back on the winning side. Fans can get a little lit before that game. Friday since it's a late one. I think I'm going to the game on Sunday.
Oh wow.
It's NBC's doing Sunday night basketball now.
retro game.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wait. What? The retro game? Educate me.
Is that the retro game Sunday night?
Oh.
They're NBC's doing a 1990s retro game where they're going to have all the old graphics, all
I
the old
think
music.
they did that. They did that yesterday.
Oh, was
So-
that
That was
yesterday?
last night.
No, but was that the Knicks game last night?
No, that was.
Well, they're doing a game with
ABC.
they're doing the game with the Spurs.
Spurs.
NBC is going to do a retro game with
No,
the
maybe
Spurs.
they're doing it. Maybe they were just teasing it last
Just
night.
remember, size 8 hat. If you see a retro cap in there, LG, get your discount.
God, size 8.
I can't buy. I don't get discounts on game days.
What the?
That's a working day.
I get discounts on any day but game day.
That's a work day. Yeah, Sunday.
You just continue to disappoint, don't you?
Sunday night
Don't
against
you,
the
LG?
Rockets. I believe I will be in the barn, so
Oh, Rockets.
we'll have to,
So,
get
I
some
mean-
footage of LG.
Yeah, the
in
Spurs
action.
game at the Clippers, so it's not a home game. March 16th will be a retro game.
Bummer.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So we're going back to back, and we got to fly to LA.
That's next
Yeah.
That's next
Oh.
Friday,
yeah.
not this Friday.
This Friday they're here.
Okay,
Yeah.
They play Thursday, Friday, Sunday home.
man.
Real quickly, you mentioned your absolute distaste for Luke Cornett. Your
Well, just that game. I love some.
I'm kidding.
yeah, I
I'm
know.
kidding. He did. I wouldn't say he took a principled stand earlier today.
He needs to focus on the game, man.
So
Like,
we talked about this last Thursday on the episode, and Luke Cornett has started blogging again, first of all, and it's been highly entertaining. It's been fun to read. I mean,
Okay.
he's been putting right, exactly. But this one, I think I found something that Luke Cornett and I vehemently disagree on.
I think most of the NBA disagrees with him, especially James Harden.
I kind of think so too. So he wrote an open blog post that's just titled Concerning the Atlanta Hawks. Just based on that title, you can already tell this is going to be holier than thou by nature.
What a wet blanket. What like how do you
Every news source picked this up too. I saw this on TMZ.
That was the first place I saw it.
Yeah.
The most trusted news source in America, TMZ. Unless it's the Epstein files, because homeboy Harvey's in all of those.
By the way, March 3rd is the retro game against the Sixers.
Okay, and
My
that
bad.
one's in
Oh,
Philly.
Harvey's in the FC files?
Oh, buddy.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah, that's
How could he not be?
Yeah, come on now. Celebrity gossip, running all that Cliptomat. The concerning the Atlanta Hawks was how Cornett started the post, and then he went on to say, "This week, the Atlanta Hawks announced a special one-night collaboration to celebrate the city's iconic cultural institution, Magic City." In its press release, the Hawks failed to acknowledge that this place is, as the business itself boasts, Atlanta's premier strip club. Given this fact, I would like to respectfully ask that the Atlanta Hawks cancel this promotional night with Magic City.
They're gonna serve wings in the stadium.
They're
See,
giving
they
away-
messed up. They should have said Magic City Kitchen, and then it would be all good.
I think, as you explained to me,
But it's Women's Month.
It is.
It's Women's Month.
Now that we
You gotta
know,
celebrate those fine women
now that we know
up
it is.
there making Magic City.
But this could go both
Magic.
ways. I mean,
See, that's my thought on it. Is it not sexist to tell the women what they can and can't do
yeah,
as a form of?
you're mansplaining how they get their money.
I know. So, I mean, some of these strippers might think stripping is empowering to them.
Yeah,
Look, in my 40 years on
I
Earth,
mean when you're grinding up on a 50-year-old, I feel empowered.
Everyone's got bills to pay.
I've met a few that I call dear friends that would say exactly that, and it took me a while to come around to the concept that could be correct.
They control everything in there. You don't control anything.
That's very true.
This is just a distraction from Luke Cornett's horrible game.
That's right. Yeah,
Ah,
this
he didn't want to take up for like it's dog.
This is to get you to stop talking about his performance in the mecca of basketball.
Yeah.
He goes on, the NBA should desire to protect and esteem women, many of whom work diligently every day to make this the best basketball league in the world. And again, I ask,
How many ex-strippers are working basketball right now?
can't we do both? Well, I think he's just talking about women in general there, not ex-strippers
I'm just
specifically.
saying. I'm just saying. Like,
I bet some of
I mean,
them
the
work
first
in
lady's
agencies.
an ex-stripper.
yeah.
Yeah, that is-
She lives in the White House.
That is fair.
Sometimes.
We should promote an atmosphere that is protective and respectful of the
She's gotta
daughters,
change
wives, sisters, mothers, and partners that we know and love. Allowing this night to go forward without protest would reflect poorly on us as an NBA community, specifically in being complicit in the potential objectification and mistreatment of women in our society.
And that has been signed by how many other Spurs?
Well,
Co-signed? No,
I-
not one.
I believe
They're all, dude. He is getting roasted in the locker room.
that's what I would love
He's
to
getting
hear.
roasted.
That's what I would love to hear.
It's like, I saw you getting grinded on a stripper in Denver, Cornette.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about?
I would love to hear some of the conversation between.
He's a vet,
Teammates.
man. I bet he's been up in the strip club when he was a younger basketball player, just newly making money.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I look at Luke
Listen.
Cornett and
You don't see it?
I'm not sure strip club would be one of the first 100 thoughts that come to
He'd
mind.
just be straight red face in there the whole time, like, oh my god.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I liked whatever that noise was. There's a big part of me. I think he's 100% being serious.
Oh, yeah.
But there's also an even as much as I love bits.
Yeah.
There's a big part of me that hopes he's just doing this as a massive troll. Because, like you said, how many news agencies picked up on this response or picked up on this?
And has anyone else spoken out? It's just Luke Cornett.
I think
It's just Luke Cornett.
I think it's a lonely island with just Luke Cornett currently.
No Steph Curry, you know?
Not yet.
Maybe he got burned by someone at Magic City at some point.
Okay.
He's like,
got
I
some
got pink
revenge.
eye.
'Cause, I mean, how many times has he rolled through that city? And NBA players are known to frequent
yeah.
establishments like this.
All day.
So
Look,
maybe one of his teammates
One of my
got
first
ripped
jobs
off or
was
something.
One of my first job was working the door at a strip club. We used to always have NBA players coming in there
Yeah, again, because you have all types of people
because
going
they
to
used to be
strip
able to go in the
clubs.
VIP room and have nobody bother them.
Yeah, and you wouldn't get messed
You
with.
know?
I will say about this the same thing I say about anything an athlete speaks on. Stick to sport. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Just shut up and dribble.
Yeah. No, I look. I want more athletes to speak on every single thing they believe because it makes life way more interesting to hear
Just read the room.
what Luke Cornett feels or what Luke Cornett thinks about Magic City Monday and the Atlanta Hawks organization. So I applaud him for feeding us another day of content for
Yeah.
the machine.
And as of Women's Month, are we going to see some of those dancers be serving them Magic City wings at the game?
Again, I think
Just
LG's
making
right.
it clap. Just,
If we-
just make it clap.
If they had called it Magic City Kitchen, we wouldn't.
It doesn't roll off the tongue.
No, it's not.
They literally have the Lou Will special.
I mean, what are we doing?
He left the pandemic. He got caught. Remember, he snuck
Oh,
out
yeah.
of the bubble to go get some
Yeah.
Magic City wings.
He got caught.
Yeah.
I think he said he was going like back home for a funeral or something, and that was his excuse to get out of the bubble. And he only made it as far as Atlanta.
Those wings are legit, Greg.
Oh,
They're
he
delicious.
swears
I
by
ordered
them.
them 3 or 4 nights out of my 7 days in Atlanta last time I was there.
And like Luke Cornett, he did not visit the other side.
No.
That's right. Yeah. He stayed
I
on
looked over there. I glanced.
this side of the beaded curtain.
But I was hungry. I was more interested in the food.
You got anything else on the Spurs before we close it out?
I have some more notes on
get me.
on the retro game on March 3rd against the 76ers.
Which
So,
is tomorrow, the roommate's birthday.
yes,
Thank you, Greg, for that.
They will be using the graphics package from 1995 season.
That's sick.
Doing the play-by-play will be none other than Bob Costas.
Oh, yes.
Sweet Bob's coming back.
Bob and his pink eye.
Joined in the booth by Doug Collins.
Where do you think he got his pink eye? Magic City?
The great Doug Collins.
Yes.
Olympic legend Doug
and
Collins.
Mike Fratello,
The professor.
Oh, buddy.
the czar of the, telestrator.
czar, yeah,
Yep.
yeah. The
Yep.
man,
Step
okay.
aside, Sean Elliott. The czar is back.
I do love. That's a
Doing sideline reporting will be none other than the sometimes controversial Jim Gray.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna say hologram Craig Sager.
No, Jim Gray, and then Hannah Storm, Isaiah Thomas, and PJ Carlissimo will be in the studio.
Oh, I love hearing.
Oh,
PJ.
PJ.
Hey,
You got
PJ.
You got spree rolled.
PJ was right. For the record, I think history reflects very nicely on PJ and all that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not. Yeah, I don't mind that. A little.
I think
full-on
that's a much
throwback.
watched game right there.
I think Doug Collins was on the USA team that got screwed against the Russians when they added an extra second to the clock to give the Russians a chance to take a game-winning shot.
Oh, yeah.
I think that was like 1960 Olympics, something like that.
Oh, I thought that
Maybe
was
a little
like-
later.
Yeah, it was right before. I thought I thought it was in the 70s because I thought
Maybe
it was
it
right
was,
before
yeah.
the Miracle on Ice.
Yeah, it would be.
was
It would probably
during
be
our Cold War conflict.
way too early for it to be 60s. But I'm pretty sure Doug Collins was on that team. Yeah, I've been enjoying NBC's product. It's been nice to see basketball back on a non-Disney basic cable channel.
Yeah,
You know,
I do like that, and I like that. Like, I want to see how this does, and I think doing more stuff like this is just brings more eyes and just something new.
Well, and what it reminds me of when
82 game season, man.
you got to get creative.
Yeah.
I'll have to say I'm not a huge fan of Ian Eagle's kid, Noah Eagle,
Yeah.
doing the play-by-play. I haven't warmed up to him yet.
He is annoying.
There are.
Unless
very-
you want to come on our show, we would love to talk to
Nah,
you.
we're fine on him. I'd rather hear from Craig Sager's son, the one that got cut out of the will a week before his dad died.
Jesus.
When everything went to the new wife.
You just
and
went dark on me right now.
all of his sons, daughters, ex-wives got cut out of everything like a week before he died. After his son that donated bone marrow towards his cancer fight the year before. Yeah. Good dude, Craig Sager.
Happy Women's Month.
That's right. No, it reminds me of if you play like on NBA 2K, you can start a dynasty or franchise, whatever, a career mode.
Oh, we know.
All the way back in 1976.
Oh, wow.
And you can play each year all the way through with real draft classes, real players coming in. But the coolest thing about it is it uses all of the era specific TV broadcast, like the scoreboard. Everything looks like it would have. Yeah. So
okay.
It's pretty cool.
So like the ticker and all that. Like, all
Exactly.
the,
They even
yeah,
put
graphics.
the interlaced lines like you're watching on an old CRT TV.
yeah,
Oh my God.
it's pretty sick.
It's not HD.
It's HD, HDR interlaced lines.
Yeah, I'm a sucker. I'm a sucker for the nostalgia drug when it comes to sports. I like it when leagues do not just throwback uniforms, but full throwback broadcast. Have the Monday Night Football guys and the in the green or gold jackets.
Yeah, you like it when the Cowboys
Mustard
used to
yellow
win playoff games.
It reminds me
Yeah.
of better times. It reminds me of better times. Anybody got anything else before we move on?
Did you know that this vodka is 40%, 44% alcohol, not 45?
It's Iceman.
I've been looking at it this whole time. I'm like, why is that 44% alcohol? What a gimmick. Is
Ice 44.
I want to know if it really is 44% or they just do it as a bit.
I think it's got to be. TABC would be on their ass if it.
That sticker looks like TABC has nothing to do with it.
Hey, minor detail. LG, hit me. Let's do a lightning round. I don't think we have any more. I don't think we had any other super chats come in. Since you mentioned the Cowboys,
Appreciate the ones that did.
you did. Yeah. Thank you, Zeb. Thank you, Greg. Since you mentioned the Cowboys, I will mention it here. Something else that happened since we were last in this room. The Cowboys actually did something that smart teams do.
Franchise tag wide receiver.
Kind of smart.
No, the most diva players ever.
No, that's a terrible idea, and it's only going to be fireworks and explosions.
I love the Cowboys.
They got to get a long-term deal worked out with Pickens. But no, going into the weekend, the Cowboys were the team in the NFL that had the most money that could be restructured. So the way contracts work in the NFL, you pay a guy more money up front. You can add void years to the end of his deal that technically have no money attached to them, but you're paying out more of the contract now than you would carry along for multiple years. So you're making the financial burden on yourself harder in the short term, but you're opening up more money to use towards free agents.
But didn't the Cowboys do the exact opposite? Make it easier now and then harder next year, the year after that?
So they restructured Dak, CD, and Tyler Smith, and that immediately opened up $66 million.
In cap space this year.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, not in cap. Yes. It doesn't mean they have $66 million, but it got them closer to having a bunch of cap space. What they have to do now, which is what they're talking about going to do, restructuring Osa, all the defensive tackles, Osa, Quinnen Williams, and Kenny Clark, who they're $63 million combined. So you restructure those, and then you actually are in a position where you can sign a free agent for the first time since Brandon Carr, a decade and a half ago now, or however long it's been. So Cowboys actually did something smart. We'll see if they spend the money wisely. They've been heavily linked with Nakobe Dean, the linebacker for the Eagles, also Blankenship with the Eagles.
Yeah.
Christian Parker coming over from Philly.
Marshawn Lattimore got released.
Lattimore gets released. There was another guy with the Saints, Thomas. I think it's the last name. I saw that right before it was being reported that they were rumored to be. Looks like Debo is going to get released from Washington as well. Debo is not
be the
going to be.
Niners. They have been. We all
bring him home.
Yeah, bring him home.
The Texans get a starting running back. They trade for David Montgomery.
That's scary.
That's a great. I think that's a.
Is Joe Mixon dead? Did he?
He missed all of this season, and it seems like his career might be dead. It seems like it might be.
Buddy.
It seemingly is headed towards a release with Houston.
Yeah.
Whether another team takes a flyer on him or not.
His knee was messed up more than we ever thought.
Seemingly. Seemingly. The only bad news from the Cowboys over the weekend, we got the word that Donovan Ezeraku, last year's second-round pick, who showed flashes and is now switching to outside linebacker in this new scheme. He had hip surgery, which is never what you want to hear from a
hip surgery is not what it used to be.
Yeah,
you know?
I think
it's outpatient. Like you get the ball and joint, like shaving it down, putting like the metal. It's an outpatient procedure now.
I mean, it's not going.
When I had hip surgery, I was in the hospital for a month and a half.
Yeah, I was about to say. Yeah,
I was like, what the hell is going on?
It doesn't seem like it's any kind of season impact. He's going to miss all of the offseason program, but aiming to be back ready to go by training camp. So we did have some NFL headlines. I'm sure, obviously.
But I heard your cap space the following year is going to be like $3 million because of all this restructuring.
Oh yeah, no, it's gonna. Yeah, you're putting yourself in you're kicking the can down the road. Yeah. You're putting yourself in a future bind. You're opening it up.
It's a win now scenario for you.
You're creating a window where it's now or never. Yeah, which again, they haven't done in a decade. Like it hasn't. They haven't even given themselves the chance to sign free agents in over a decade. So we take small victories around here, Cap. We know how bad it really can be. So we celebrate the small victories. And as we get closer, we're now 52 days away from the NFL draft. As we get closer, I'm sure we'll have more NFL talk come up.
Hit me, LG. I came across, I always love these, is the little stats from some of my favorite players. And as you know, my favorite pitcher is one Nolan Ryan. And the greatness that was him. So let me go ahead and just spout off some Nolan Ryan facts.
Yeah, we always have time for Nolan Ryan facts on this program.
If you take away Nolan Ryan's MLB record, 215 games with at least 10 strikeouts, he is still 3,167 strikeouts. That's insane.
Yeah, that's nuts.
That's Hall of Fame numbers now for anybody who gets 3K. In 1989, at age 42, Nolan Ryan averaged 127 pitches a game with a high of 164, which came 5 days after when he threw 150.
Think about that. He threw 314 pitches over a 2-start span in his age 42 season.
And most starting pitchers don't throw over 70 pitches nowadays.
That's 4 starts for most guys. I mean, 314 pitches thrown, that's 3.5, 4 starts.
If a pitcher struck out 250 batters for a year for 22 straight years, Nolan Ryan would still have more strikeouts.
Say that again.
A pitcher would, if a pitcher had 250 strikeouts a season
Okay.
for 22 straight years,
Okay.
Nolan Ryan still would have more strikeouts.
Yeah, that's ungodly.
That's insane.
That's
That's
ungodly.
insane. 1980, at age 33, Nolan Ryan recorded his 3,000th strikeout. Then he struck out more. More batters than Warren Spahn, Bob Feller, Juan Markel, Tom Glavine, or Don Drysdale did in their entire careers after that.
Marcial.
Marcial. I was close.
Nailed it.
Nailed
That's,
it.
see, those kind of stats are the crazy ones to me because thinking about what Nolan did from his early 30s to his mid 40s,
Yeah.
he
was like getting in his groove.
Yeah.
The pitchers with the most no-hitters broken up after the 7th inning. Nolan Ryan, 24. The next one,
7.
Randy Johnson, 11.
Okay.
Don Sutton, 8. Dean Chance, 7. Tom Seaver, 7. Roger Clemens, 7.
Dean Chance. I'm unfamiliar with that name.
Oh, yeah.
That doesn't. So Nolan he threw the 7 no-hitters and had 24 no-hitters that were broken up
after the 7th
after
inning.
the 7th inning.
So the last 2 innings. Nolan Ryan was the only pitcher to face the last 3 single-season home run leaders, Roger Maris, Mark McGwire, and Barry Bonds. They were 5 of 28 against him with 0 home runs.
Okay, that's just fun to think about from a baseball history perspective.
Yeah.
Nolan throwing to Maris,
Yankees Hall of Famer, legend, retired number.
McGuire,
Yeah.
and then Bond.
Bonds, the greatest home run hitter there is.
I wonder how many other guys faced all 3 of those and what the collective numbers. I mean, it would have to be.
He's got to be the longest tenured pitcher, like unless there's
You
some,
caught Barry and like McGuire rookie year in Oakland and Barry rookie year in Pittsburgh.
I got another fun Barry one in just a second. This one I love. Most no hitters, 7. Most 1-hitters, 12. Most 2-hitters, and he has the record. He's the most one.
Yeah.
Most 2-hitters, 18. Most 3-hitters, 31.
Golly.
He holds the record for all those.
Now
And-
do his walk numbers.
Oh yeah.
He walked. He would,
That's why his pitch count was like 150.
because if Nolan got to a 3-0 count, he'd just throw a ball because he wanted to strike out the next guy.
he just like if a guy pissed him off, he's like, I'm just gonna walk you. You're not even gonna get a chance.
You're getting nothing.
The father and son struck out by Nolan Ryan. Sandy Alomar.
Let me guess. Okay. Well, Sandy and
Both his sons.
okay. Yeah, I was about to say
So senior, junior, and Roberto.
and
Alomar.
Roberto. Okay. The Griffies.
Yep.
The Bonds.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. The Bonds. How many more?
4.
Oh man.
One that's Tito.
Oh, the Martinez.
No, Francona.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Terry. Old Terry Francona. Okay.
Hell McRae, Brian McRae.
Yeah, the McRae
yeah.
brothers. That's the guy who ran through the outfield
Wall.
at Shea. Yeah, who just plowed through it. The
Yeah,
classic video where
I
he's
love
chasing
that.
the home run.
Almost Aaron Judge style
Yeah,
when he
that's-
hurt his foot for the season.
That's Hal McRae.
Tony Perez, Eduardo
Okay.
Perez,
Yeah,
and
Perez.
then Duck Schofield and Dick Schofield.
Ah.
Imagine, hey, Duck and Dick, it's dinner time. Get your asses in here, duck, dick.
Doesn't that just sound like a bad, like 1950s sitcom? The Duck and Dick Show. Play it right after.
I love that one. That was
right after Laughing and before Hee Haw.
Man, if there was like if I had notes, I'd have been like, be sure to yell "duck" and "dick" real loud in the show.
Yeah, you know what? I don't have to mark that one.
Yeah, hey, that's their names, man.
Hit me, LG. You know, we're getting really close to like the World Baseball Classic starts in 3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, buddy, I thought it was this weekend.
No, well, it's 3 days.
Yeah, I
It's
guess on
Thursday. I
All
think.
right.
Yeah, Thursday is day one. Speaking of being on a hot streak, I don't think anyone spoke of that, but that's how I'm going to tie in. Stars are playing in Vancouver right now tonight. I haven't checked the score, but they are currently on an 8-game win streak, which is their franchise tying record win streak. They have won 8 straight games, have stayed hot coming out of the Olympic break.
What's the most wins? What's the highest win streak? That
In
seems
NHL history?
That seems pretty low.
Well, you got to think, you're not winning.
Your ties.
You're tying, and you're losing in overtime, or you're, used to, you would just get a tie. Longest NHL win streak. The 90, do you want to take a guess? 92-93 Pittsburgh Penguins, led by Mario Lemieux, who we're going to talk about here in a minute on Sports on this day. You want to take a guess how many games? You say 8 games is low.
14.
Close. 17 consecutive victories.
Nice.
17 consecutive back in 93. LG, scratch that video. We won't. The Stars had a big bench clearing brawl a couple games ago, and 2 of the guys ended up some people just got straight kicked out of the game.
Yeah.
2 of the guys ended up in the penalty box together, and they went straight bash bros, like gave the full dap up, pound it, like we just beat the hell out of these guys, and we're celebrating together in the penalty box.
Oh man, yeah, I got nothing else.
All right, well then LG, hit me and we'll do some sports on this day to close it out, because I have got a good list. I actually did, believe it or not, prep work for this one.
What?
So on this day, February 2nd, we might need to get some bed music for this if we're going to do it regularly. On this day, I got some to burn through. 1874, the National Association of Professional Baseball Players officially adopted the batter's box.
In 1874.
1874.
God, I cannot
Baseball
believe it's been
got-
around that long, dude.
Baseball got a batter's box. They also voted to determine how they would handle gambling, which would quickly become a pretty big
Don't do it.
storyline. So in
Those damn Black
1874,
Sox.
they agreed, long before 1919. In 1874, they agreed any player betting on his own team would be expelled from the game, kicked out of baseball.
Yeah.
Any player betting on any other team, he just had to forfeit his day's pay from the game that day.
That $3.
Right, yeah, it was huge back then.
Well, I made 4, so I'm up 1.
So if you bet on your own team, you're kicked out. But if you bet on another team, you just donate your paycheck. 1951, the first NBA All-Star game was played in Boston Garden. East beat the West 111-94. How the hell did they score 111 points
No 3-pointers.
in 1951?
So they're just doing the Olay defense back then too.
Yeah, Ed McCauley, Boston Celtics guard, was your first All-Star game MVP.
But this is when it was still only the whites, right?
Absolutely was. Pre-segregation of the NBA.
ABA was still flourishing.
Post-segregation, 1962, Philadelphia center Wilt Chamberlain, the historic 100-point game. Warriors won that game 169-147.
God.
Again, it's 1962.
Just 2-pointers.
And
Just throw it to the big man.
Team scored 169 points. Wilt scored 100 of them, but let's
A lot of whites.
calm down.
A lot
Yeah,
of
it was me guarding him. It was literally you and I were the opposing front court that he was going up against.
How many dunks do you have that game?
That was over the New York Knicks. Of course, the game was in Hershey, Pennsylvania, as we all know
That was
by
the
now.
Knickerbockers back then.
He was 28 of 32 from the free throw line. Really good shooting from the free throw line. 36 of 63 overall from the field. He took 63 shots.
And how many did he catch? How many offensive rebounds? I could just see him just sitting there playing with himself.
I'd have to pull, so to speak, I'd have to pull the full box score. I just pulled the scoring numbers. Sticking with some NBA, 1988, the Flaming Basketball was first adopted as the new logo of the Miami Heat. Still around today, 1988. They took over 13,000 entries from fans. It was a logo competition. And a dude named Mark Henderson was your winning entry there. 1 year later.
And he's still collecting royalties to this
I
day.
hope so. I hope he's getting something out of that. No, probably not. He's like the guy that invented the chicken nugget.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, now get back down in the basement and come up with something else.
Yeah.
The greatest scene.
We're going to give you a 2% raise. Good job.
Greatest scene from season 1 of The Wire. It still had the idea, though. 1989, New York. I did this just for you. In front of the cameras at spring training, New York Mets stars Keith Hernandez and Darryl Strawberry almost knocked each other out, almost came to blows right there in front of all of the TV crews at spring training. Keith Hernandez, of
How
course.
lit was Darryl Strawberry probably
Buddy.
then? Because it was probably Keith. Like, Darryl, did you even go to bed?
Exactly. How
He's like,
stuck up.
What'd you say, Keith?
That's what
I'm coming. What you say, Hernandez?
Go pull the footage. It's pretty funny. Speaking of that 1993, I didn't realize we were going to talk so much 93 Pittsburgh Penguins, but the team that set the record for most consecutive wins in NHL history, Mario Lemieux, Penguins legend, captain on that team. He underwent.
Is he a Mount Rushmore guy?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Lemieux is right there. If he's not on the Rushmore, he's the first one left off.
Yeah,
He's absolutely, absolutely worthy of one of the 4 spots. He underwent his 22nd and final radiation treatment for Hodgkin lymphoma. Then joined the Penguins that same day. Had a goal and an assist in the game that lost. They would end up starting that win streak that we talked about later this week in 1993 when they got Lemieux back from his 22nd cancer treatment.
Hockey players are just built different. Man.
Insane, right?
They're just built different.
When people say like hockey players are tough, no. Like
their
players-
mental is tough. Their bodies are tough.
hockey players and bull riders.
Yeah.
Not only are they tough, but they are insane.
Yeah.
And will go out on the ice after cancer treatment
just go get beat up.
and immediately dominate again. 2004, Indianapolis, take a guess on this, what this number was. Indianapolis Colts signed Peyton Manning to a 7-year contract extension. It's the largest package at the time in NFL history. 04, 7-year deal. What was the overall number?
Like overall, not per year.
Not per year. The overall 7-year,
$64 million.
$34.5 million was the signing bonus. The deal was 7 years, $98 million.
Okay, I knew it wasn't over 100.
No, it was right at it. And I remember as a senior in high school, the conversation about.
So I didn't get the signing bonus, but I got the. Give me partial credit.
Yeah, we'll give you partial for that. Also in 2004, one of my favorite college basketball memories, St. Joseph finishes off their perfect season, of course, led by Jameer Nelson and Delonte West, who has since fallen on rough times. But that was a perfect 27-0 record from that St. Joe's Hawks team.
Delonte West, when YouTube first came out, he was my favorite YouTube. Like, do you ever remember the one where he's sitting in Popeyes?
Uh-huh.
They told me that it was going to be 30 minutes, and I said, okay, I better get some hot sauce in my bag. hot sauce in my bag. Extra. It was just
Delonte was a star that burned bright. I know there's been multiple attempts to try to get him back on the right path, or at least a healthy one. Who's to
I
say
love a good redemption story. You still got
time.
Still got a chance.
Still
buddy.
time. 2012, the NFL established the existence of a bounty program carried out by the New Orleans Saints.
Try to take out Gore's legs.
We had the announcement that Sean Payton was suspended. And what was that defensive coordinator's name? That crazy old guy. He's nuts. He's been successful everywhere.
What's his name? That's the wife's team. And I remember that, and I was like, "You dirty, dirty people."
Yeah. What was his name? Greg Williams. Great Greg Williams. Yeah. He also suspended in that, and then finally. 2004, we're going to go back a few years, back to 2004. There was a massive death that rocked the sports world. Do you remember the name Marge Schott?
Large Marge?
Not Large Marge driving Pee Wee around.
Yeah.
Marge Schott, the former owner of the Cincinnati Reds. She died on this day in 2004 at the age of 75.
Oh, wow. No.
Doesn't do a whole lot for you.
No.
Okay. All right, good. Then this is going to be a fun exercise. Let's just go to Marge Schott's Wikipedia page real quick, shall we?
Buddy.
Born in 1928, born and raised Cincinnati, Ohio, longtime owner of the Cincinnati Reds. She was banned from managing the team because she was also general manager, managing the team in 1993 due to racist comments. And then she was banned from having any involvement with the team from 1996 to 1998. She got a 2-year suspension from the league for stating that Adolf Hitler was initially good for Germany. This is the mid-90s, the owner of the Cincinnati Reds.
Cincinnati try to get their own Steinbrenner or what?
Shortly after the Hitler
Steinbrenner.
Shortly after the Hitler comments, she sold her majority share of the Cincinnati Reds.
You know, the good old days when if you read Mein Kampf and kept a book next to your bed or praised Hitler in some ways, that was pretty much, you got to take a back seat from here on out. But not anymore. Freedom of speech.
How about this one? 1992. Let's just pull up her controversies tab on here. So they allude to it in the opening paragraph. Let's just see how bad it really was. 1992, she had a couple of team employees that were not of the white-skinned complexion that she was.
All right.
She described to the head scout of the team, talking about then Reds outfielders Eric Davis and Dave Parker, two great players, by the way.
Yeah.
She described them as $1 million N-words. That was 1992.
Glad we didn't get this in February.
And then later,
no more. I'm tapping, dude.
The team this was the former marketing director for the team, who just so happened to be of Jewish descent.
Oh God.
She later
Relevant.
showed that employee a swastika armband that she had brought from home as part of her personal collection of memorabilia.
She had a Nazi collection, of course.
Yeah, and then November.
She's like, you want to see my Ruger?
November of that year, she stated that, you know, the former chancellor of Germany wasn't. He was initially good for Germany, and then described how she didn't understand the current slur for a Japanese American was really all that bad. She didn't understand how that could possibly be offensive. And then a few more, a few
yeah.
more occurrences of.
If you want to check out more, go on Wikipedia and
using
look
the
up this
N-word.
racist bigotry person that used to own the Cincinnati Reds.
I couldn't guess if you were going to remember Marge Schott or not.
No, I tend to forget racists.
So I remember when she died in 2004 when I was still in high school, and like that was when I learned a lot about Marge Schott.
I remember, like, now from her shenanigans, like getting banned for 2 years. I remember that being a story because Steinbrenner
Had been banned.
and they're like, oh, she. But then I learned, I was like, yeah, she was a problem.
Yeah,
She was a problem.
I believe
the old
lot
Don
of
Sterling problem.
believe a lot of the inspiration for the female owner in Major League was taken from Marge Schott, actually.
And she was not in Toxic Avenger. Just let you know.
Yeah, not the same person. An uplifting story to end. I'm enjoying. I like looking at the sports on this day. Cap, tell the good people how to get a hold of you before we get out of here.
Instagram and Facebook, The Captain's Chair 210. And then you can hit us on sportscape.live on almost everything.
Yes, you can get a hold of me on X at Biggest Puma, on Instagram, biggest.puma. LG, when's the next stream?
Mañana.
Manana.
Oh, I cursed him out this weekend being like, why am I not in LG's house? What's up, dude?
You need, yeah, there's,
You know,
okay, you want to do all this crossover content.
You're not the only one hearing it.
Get in, get into LG's house tomorrow. Y'all watch that, listen to that. Audio version of this will be out soon. We'll be back Wednesday night.
Yes.
Monday and Wednesday this week and next week. Till then, I'm also on the radio tomorrow through Thursday, hosting for Andy Wednesday. So listen to Ticket 760. Get back here Wednesday night, 8 o'clock. Till then, y'all be good. Peace. Thanks for the
Peace.
birthdays.
Kids, what do we say about drugs?